Hello, everybody. Welcome to Change Our Minds Nerd Edition. I got to make a cool intro like Jody does. He has a way cooler one. And my friend who made that popcorn thing has become too busy. But cheers. I got a Mike's Hard Lemonade, a hard strawberry lemonade, and I got my man Jody. What's up, Jody? What the? Holy crap, what just happened to your audio? My Mike's Hard Lemonade just spilled all over your board. Do you sound like sounds like trash all of a sudden. You sounded great. And
I know what happened. Hold on.
You switched to your laptop mic or something while we were there?
Yeah,
Jeez. Hey, everybody. While he fixed that up. Welcome to my non-sponsor sponsor, Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Is that better? Is that better or not?
Nope. Still bad. Still bad. Yeah, no, it's better than G Fuel. That's what I'll say.
Is that better? Is that better or not?
Still not good. Still not good. Well, he's fixing that. We'll just probably cut this part. You know what, Jody? It's fine. While we're here live, we'll start it again when you get your audio ready. Hey, everybody. Waiting for Jody to get his audio tweaked. And this is like a little pre-show. And then I'll just trim this afterwards. We're live. That's what happens. F it. We'll do it live. And then when I leave this, I always trim the first part. That's how this works. And then you'll be able to watch the whole show later on. Did you guys know we're on Spotify, Apple, all these podcasts? You can go check out Change Our Minds or Nerd Wars. It's on the same playlist. Check it out if you're driving somewhere. Are people driving yet?
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, it went to my Beats microphone on Bluetooth just now. That's why.
Cheers. Right, here we go. Ready? And slicing and dicing. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, it is. Back.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Change Our Minds Nerd Edition. Now we got the sound working and we're live. I'm here with my man, Jody. Jody, you there?
Hello. How everybody doing, man?
Oh, you sound...
You
sound beautiful. I'm ready. I got my mics. As I was saying before we had to fix our audio, I got my Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade. Yes. I wish Mike's would sponsor me. Cheers.
Shout out to Mike's. That fruity
Mike
drink.
makes a good fruity sugar drink. So, Jody, welcome, man. Welcome back. Man, let's talk. We got some fun topics tonight to try and see if we can change each other's mind. We might have to do some Devil's Cube here. Trying to think of a new phrase for it. Going to the Darth side, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a funner. But anyway, we're getting there. Today, we're going to be talking more Snyder Cut. Snyder Cuts is everybody's still talking about it. I've changed my own mind a bit, to be fair, and I want to talk about that with you because a lot of people are like, "How dare you still talk to Jody? He's so toxic! Oh my God!" We're going to talk about that. But the two real topics I want to talk about are: should the AT&T release the AYER cut? Should they do Ben Affleck's Batman? Those will be two topics. We have a couple other mini topics if those end up not being very long. And you guys can always show your support throughout the stream. Thanks to the mods sending out the link. Crazy Uzo, thank you for getting those out there. Everybody, see you. Knock Shadow. We got all my members. Juan, Belied. Woo woo.
Homie Belied. What's up, homie?
Joshua.
Doing?
K-Dots. I got you. I see you guys in there. Ashley, welcome.
Ashley.
Joe, Frisco.
Hello there.
All the members with the coins, thank you guys for being members. Those of you who aren't members, consider it. Hit join. You get those fancy things. I got to add some more emojis. I'll do that by next stream, by Thursday. I'll try to make sure that happens. K-Dots dropping it already at the gate. Bam, K-Dots. Thank you for that support, setting the tone. I'll be honest, people, only want this cut for extra Joker scenes when the movie isn't even about him. Jared got screen time. He deserved it. It wasn't a Joker and Harley movie. Movie is Suicide Squad. Interesting. Well, I like that. Trust me, when we get to the fight, I'm going to bring that back up because is it a Joker movie? Is it a Suicide Squad movie? Do we want to see the AYER cut with more Joker footage? K-Dots, thank you for that. All very good points.
Fly, Shabuzi was good. Roddy Fly dropped 500 last night, by the way. Ronnie Fly is a motherfucking champ. Shout out to him. He's a champ. Shout out to him.
Thank you, Ronnie, for supporting Jody. Hold on. Where did it support K-Dots? There, that just showed up. All right, good. So what just happened? It's supposed
Shout out to you, K-Dot.
My alerts aren't working on Streamlabs anymore. Set them all up. And they don't. I gotta go reset them. But you gotta reset them sometimes when you're live. That's great. Thanks, stream.
Big show popping. Got your fruity drink.
Let's do it. I want
to.
I want to start because we're gonna get to this AYER cut. It's our first topic. We're gonna get there. But Jody, I want to react to sort of rejecting the Snyder cult. I just watched your video on Vanity Fair calling it a cult. Look, I actually took some time over the weekend because I got hammered hard by those trolls and. It's not that I don't want to not fight those trolls, but I just realized the more I was planning a whole attack and videos and leaning into that so hard, and I realized I don't want to keep empowering them. And so I talked to some other DC fans and people who don't really like me, and I just was trying to like come to Jesus in a way of just like, can we all get along? Like, I don't actually have a problem with this. I really don't have a problem with this cut. I don't have a problem with Snyder. I don't like all his movies.
Neither do I.
So my whole thing was like, look,
problem though.
yeah, I'm gonna get your thoughts because it's like, yeah, I have passionate feelings about some of the movies. Didn't like them. I'm gonna keep those feelings. I'm very genuine in that way, but I don't really care. I just reported a story that blew up in my face because the sources at Warner Brothers clearly didn't know that AT&T was actually running ship over there, and then everything went crazy as I tried to sort of defend that story. And then when I released Revenge of Snyder Cult, I think a lot of people just didn't even read it. They thought it was Revenge of the Snyder Cut, and then it was like, we were anti the Snyder Cut, and then some people were coming out saying you're trying to like get money off of the thing. It got ugly, man. And I'll be honest, I was like, I'm tapping out. I don't want to deal with this anymore. These people are these Joker emojis. It was starting.
He's out of there, y'all. Don't worry, I got this.
Joe, I can reveal we did. I called Jody because I'm like, man, I know this is like I sort of was on this. I started, but like it's starting to bleed into my reel every day, and I don't want to deal with this toxicity every day. And I was glad Jody on my back. He's like, dude, totally. If that's the case, don't do it. So we would talk, but I'm still on board with fighting toxicity. There absolutely is toxicity in these fandoms, and right now it's empowered in that base. But it is a small group, and I think it is best to just ignore and block. That's my new move going forward. I've called a couple people out, like outlets who are still hammering us hard, who I think are just douchebags, who just need to get a new story because they're just trying to cash in on us, and I can't. It's working. Cheers to them.
There's a lot of people that are on our nutsack right now, bro. Like it feels really good. It's awesome. I don't watch none of the videos. I don't watch none of them. But people be like, "Hey, man, a dude made a video. Oh, nice, another one. Great. I must be that dude."
Yeah, I want to thank Chris, Bunda, Steph, a lot of my mods. Everyone's just accusing. They don't actually do the work for. No, they do. I don't like to watch that stuff, so I will sometimes, since they've offered, I'm like, yeah, can you just check this? What do I need to know? Is sort of what I do now because I don't want to watch that garbage either, and I don't
watch that shit.
And so I'll get tipped off on some of this stuff, but yeah, it's wild what's happening, and so. I want to clarify. I want to get your thoughts. Or feel free to call me out if you think I'm being crazy. But also, let's get through a couple of super chats. Christian still out. Thank you, Christian. Andy, longtime fan. Love each other. Amen. That's what I'm trying. I just want to be more positive. I do realize it's not about. I realize I stand by what I said in that. Dude, Snyder deserves this. I know you have your feelings, but man, Warner Brothers screwed him. I really do think that, and I think it's not about the fans or the movie. It's about just letting Snyder get his vision when they pulled it out from him after his daughter died, and then Joss just tried to make it like the Avengers. I can't even imagine as a creator what that would be like to like, you're on track to make 2 Justice League movies, you got this whole plan, your fans are on board, you got a lot of haters, but then suddenly they like pull it, you lose a family member, then they pull it from you, and they're like, we're going to make it funnier. Sorry, have fun, Zach. Oh, we can use your daughter's thing? Yeah, you go deal with her. Cool. Hey, Joss, we got a good excuse to get rid of this guy. Like, I think that was shady, so I support him, and I realized I didn't want to keep making it seem like I wasn't, so I was happy to clarify. But Jody, go ahead. What do you think of all this? You think I'm flip-flopping too much and a disingenuous piece of ass, as some people seem to think about me?
I don't think that at all, man, because you pretty much told me what was going on when we had the phone call. You were saying, and you just said it, it's bleeding into your real life. You basically, what you're saying, you're a victim of the cult's backlash. It's bleeding into your life. And that's what the Vanity Fair article was about. The writer of Vanity Fair gave a testimonial, even called them a cult, saying about the things, death threats and whatnot from James Gunn. And the Vanity Fair writer personally was basically breaking it down to the same experience that me and you have. I get the hate, I get the death threats as well, just like you do. But what I'm saying, I just feel like there's nothing wrong for you to back down and be like, man, you know what, I'm misunderstood, because I think there was a little bit of misunderstanding on your side. How you feel isn't as strongly as how I feel about the Snyder cut coming out. I was very strict on, I don't want the cut. I don't believe there is a cut. And there's a lot of news articles coming out saying that there's not, which we'll probably get to some other day. But it was the fact that I only didn't want the cut, not because I didn't want to see Snyder's film. I didn't want the cut because of exactly what's happening now. Ayer, Batfleck, Solo 2, all the other stuff that's happening when you give that mouse that cookie and that glass of milk they want to go with it. I knew that once you break the walls and you cave into fandom, whether it be angelic, great, or toxic fans, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure in the future. And we see the trickle effect that's happening now. But I don't think that you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. You got a lot of hate and you like, freak this, it's not worth it. And that's right. But guess what? I got this, bro. I'm gonna put my channel on the line. I put my channel on
Jody
the line.
Damas is taking over. Cheers
times,
to Jody
bro.
Damas.
Jody Damas.
I want to say
another one.
I want to say something to you directly and to people because I don't want to get schmaltzy here, but like I got your back, man. And what I love about Jody, and I'm going full screen so people can clip me whatever they want. I don't care what Jody says. I got Jody's back because that's what friends do. And Jody's become a massive friend to me. I'm such in debt to him of sort of his advice and helping me get out there. And some people will attribute, oh, that's made you more toxic, Andy. I don't see it that way. Jody is an opinionated. Jody has his own opinions, and he stands by them. And that, to me, is impressive. He doesn't waver. He doesn't change it. He believes in what he believes, and I respect the hell out of that. And I'm not going to ever turn my back because I have a disagreement with him on what he thinks. And I've made that clear to him privately. But like anybody who's going to try and turn me or make me, Jody said this. Oh my God, can you believe Jody? Don't follow him then. Don't tune out this one day of the week when Jody's on. Sorry, I'm going to have him on because I respect him. He's been a friend to me. I'm going to stay a friend to him. You can't just turn on people because of words. If we don't agree with people, what do we do? You got to move on and just hit that block, hit that ignore. That's my new motto. So I want to make it clear to everybody out there, you're not going to try and change my mind on Jody. I know a lot of people don't like you, Jody. I love you. I love you because you don't care what they think, and I'm still trying to get there. Someone asked me on that stream I did with Ryan Cannell, where someone was like, it was super chatted, Andy, why do you care so much? And I don't know still. I think it's because I'm still a little like bruised from what happened to me, and I'm trying to like make up for it. But you have given me a lot more confidence.
Care about what? Exactly.
Just in general about what people think. You know what I mean? And it's yeah. And so it's like you can say that's true. I mean, I do, but it's because I'm just trying to like regain my footing still, and so it's not. People are like, Andy's playing the victim again. It's so frustrating because it's like, well, no, I'm just still a little, dealing with the loss of everything that happened in my life, my marriage, my everything. It's so much more complicated than people want to announce. So anyway, that's what it's about. But I wanted to thank you and appreciate you and make sure I did that publicly, so nobody can think that Jody doesn't have I don't have Jody's back or he doesn't have my respect.
Or vice versa. Yeah.
Thank you, my man. Any final words? Because I think what you just said was also interesting because it's like, should we be doing fan demands? Could be a whole topic right now. I'm happy to pitch it, but go ahead. You were gonna say something.
Yeah, I completely understand where Andy's coming from. People, I know a lot of you guys. Here's the thing: there are a lot of people that don't want this relationship to work. This partnership, this Jody and Andy.
Sorry, that was a 50 still, Andy. But I'll take it. 25, absent good. Yes,
bro. I'm not a Zach fan,
good. What's
happy
up?
that he can show his vision.
Shout out to absent good,
what up,
bro?
Jody?
$25 hitter, man.
I thought it was the 100 for a second. I was like, yeah, but still, at the 25, dude, I'll take it. I'm not complaining, but that's why I went, whoa, but it was still big enough to interrupt us. Dude, absent good. Bravo. Thank you, my man. You're right. And that's what I think we've come. That's right. And I want to let you finish, Jody. But that's the thing. It's like, look, I don't love all of Zach's work. I know a lot of people here don't. A lot of my fans don't. But I respect the man to see, like, let him finish his cut. Good. Go for it. Do it. I'm not going to stop him. Yeah. Warner Brothers needs content right now. HBO Max needs content right now. There are fans that are just like, hello, can we just have that cut? Who cares? Yeah, of course. Let him do it. I'm so curious to see it because he's going to get flack. He's going to get flack from people. I'm going to try and open mind, but good on him for taking that pressure of like putting it out there. But I hope he seems like he doesn't care either. Just like you, Jody, I bet you he doesn't care. He knows he's got his support. He wants to make what he makes. And I respect that about him. But go ahead. You were saying.
Like I said, let me say something before I get to what I was going to say about the Snyder Cut movement. The people who are getting the Snyder Cut created now for it to come out in a year, y'all won. That's a huge W. But I'm not going to take no L unless there's an L to be taken. And it's that makes people upset because only thing that I said was I didn't believe that a cut exists. I was absolutely okay with the cut coming out. I guess if there's probably an L for me to take, it will be with how fast the cut came out. Because, Andy, we even talked about it on your show. I said, you even asked me, Jody, when are you okay with the cut coming out? I said, give us 5 years. If give us 5 years, and then even I'm okay with the cut coming out, and I'll even support the motherfreaker. But it's coming out next year, which is kind of bad because we're trying to do all these other DC movies. And now that we heard about Ayer and all that, it makes me even more right. that it's going to cause confusion. How are you going to have a little teaser for later in the show, a Batfleck possibly, and a Battinson? What the heck is that? But that's the thing. That's the only reason why I didn't want it. So the Snyder Cut, now that it's coming out and the news is official, well, mission complete. L, y'all are getting the cut, and now I'm not talking about that no more because it's coming. There's nothing you could do. The punch is coming. I'm trying to stop the punch. I don't want the punch to hit me. I'm trying to dodge. Here it comes. Bam, right in the jaw. Now what do I do? Well, that's coming. On to the next one. It's that inside. It's a separate cult hate movement that I will always be against. Bullying, toxicity, death threats, all that type of stuff. Now, there's a lot of people that don't want the Jody and Andy thing to work because, I don't know, maybe because he's white and I'm black. Maybe because he has a YouTube channel and I have a YouTube channel. Maybe because I'm loud and he's not that loud. Maybe because I'm more extroverted than he is. Maybe because they just don't like to see Andy happy. I don't freaking know. The one thing I do know is I have plenty of experience. Both of us do. With getting stabbed in the back by friends.
Yep.
So we know how to.
Boom. The loyalty is like, dude, let's F the rest.
We know how to.
And we're professionals. We are.
Exactly. We know how to make it work so nothing like that happens. So it's not going to happen. This is not going to cause any type of split at all because we talk about the stuff. We converse about this stuff.
Well, I think that's since we're opening up to the audience, it's true. Like I call Jody and I get advice, and Jody's talked to me, and it's like that's what the thing is. That's why there are other people out there who are attacking me now who I did similar things with to a lesser degree. But then you see them turn on you, and you're like, then it makes the ones you have that you trust even more stronger to me because it's like I'm not that type of guy. I'm just not going to do that. Especially I don't just drop DMs and start doing the drama. I've done it to John Campea because he attacked me. He lied to me and I came after him. And so then at that point, it sort of was like, you know what? Now it's become a running gag, which I want to end too, because it's like, I don't care about John Campea. Everyone thinks I'm more annoyed that people think I'm obsessed with John Campea. I don't even think of that guy ever, but you guys click on that more than any other video I do on here. It's so friggin' crazy that Jody, they literally, we're crazy. We're out of our minds. We're losing it. Jody is out of his mind saying that we're a cult. Well, then Vanity Fair puts an article out calling them a cult. Yeah, that's that too. Yeah. So it's crazy. We're all crazy then. We're all crazy. Anyway, but I got your back. Thank you, man, for all the kind things and support. Yeah, I got your back. And that's what we're here to sort of, and I think because we got a lot of similarities, but we got a lot of differences. But the fact that we can have that, just like that's the closest I think we had to a breakdown or the blow up was that stream about what was the fight you lost that changed your whole format of Yin and Yang. Which fight was that? That was I've already forgotten. To prove it. What was that? I don't even remember the topic. I'm sure you do. What was it? Even a big deal for me. That wasn't even a big deal though. But yeah, it was the bias of the polls and shit. Of I don't even remember. Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man versus was it Iron Man? Oh, and right. Spider-Man. Yes. Just all, I thought he was more popular and the bias just voted. It wasn't Spider-Man. It was Captain America versus Iron Man. That's what it was. It was Cap versus Civil War. Cap versus Iron Man. It was Cap versus Iron Man. It was the fan fight. Anyway. Who was the better MCU character? You got pissed. I was just like, I was mad as heck. It wasn't a shoot. It was the whole. And people thought we took it personally. Anyway, I wanted to get that out as people were watching this. Hopefully, that's what this is about. People who watch Jody's Corner from the past saw fists flying before, bro. Well, we're not in the same room. Maybe that helps too. We have to walk away. And we can't even be. But someday that'll change. Baby. All right, should we get to this first topic? And let me read some of these super chats real quick because thank you guys who were. I don't want to. That's the bread and butter right now as we're all struggling. So thank you guys who are making that happen. I saw a couple here. Chris Jones, yo, Andy and Jody, everything good? What's up? I was going through one of Andy's threads. Geez, still can't believe the amount of real hate I read. Sending positivity. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, it was. Thank you. Thank you for real. Thank you all these people who were sending the positivity because it was. Is that Alfred Chris? No. This is Chris Jones. Okay. But yeah, this weekend it was like, ugh. I had to take a shower. I was like, oh, and I caught myself on my phone more than usual, just checking it, and I was like, God, it was too much. Did you cry in the shower? Did you put your hand on the shower? No, it's not. Did not. No, I'm not even fake. No, never that bad. But it's more angry. Like, oh, these freaking idiot would go. It got me. So thank you, Chris, for that. Juan Matos. It's not a crime. It's not like a It's not like a movie. Snyder fans need to get out of their feelings. They turn DC fandom political. Yeah, I could argue that about Star Wars too, though. Too much. There it is. It's just we got the. Been a while. Why isn't it reading you? Been a while, Jody. It's all love. Even though I want the cut. I think there's so much toxicity because Snyder's movies have been here. I'll read it here. Thank you too much pain. Bravo. Sorry, I don't have all the things here. Been a while, Jody. It's all love. Even though I want the cut, I think there is so much toxicity because of Snyder's movies have been polarizing. People petitioned for Constantine and Brooklyn 99, and nobody told them to move on and get over it. Good point, man. And thank you so much, Too Much Pain, for sending all that. I mean, bravo. It's true. Like, people were doing this on round of applause, $250. I love it when it's like that happens. That's some Purple Rain action. You're supposed to have the Prince emoji, so I'll do the. Is there a cooler Super Bowl halftime show than when it rained on Prince during Purple Rain at that Super Bowl?
Whitney Houston's was probably iconic.
All right, fine. Her national anthem, but that's a national anthem. Halftime show. It's Prince in the rain doing Purple Rain. My God, that was incredible.
That was fire.
And then the silhouette. Bravo. Thank you, man.
Had the guitar on there.
I mean, when I think of it, that's always where I go to. I'm like, that was icon, Tears to Prince. I miss him. Man, that was genius.
Rest in peace, Prince, man. Rest in peace, Prince. They got him out of there.
But thank you for that. Too Much Pain. Yeah, I mean, they were doing it for Richard Donner's cut back in the day too. Superman. Which is not the internet. It wasn't as big as it is now, and we don't have social media.
Richard Donner's Superman was worldwide beloved as well.
Sure.
It wasn't polarizing at all.
Right.
So it's a little different. But I made a whole video about suicide prevention and how all the proceeds for the hashtag Reject the Snyder Cult shirts will make. Also, I'm going to donate $100 every month for the rest of the year.
Bravo,
my own money,
my man.
On top of that, for suicide prevention. And then people
swug to it, and they're still giving you crap.
People commenting, yeah, give it up, bro. Stop making videos. Bro, did you watch the video? It's about suicide prevention and bullying. You idiot.
Jody, you're just doing it to save face. You don't mean it, Jody. Then when you do charity, it's never enough. Someone came at me thinking they're checking our charitable contributions, Jody. It's just sickening what some of these people are accusing us of.
Make sure y'all retweet, motherfuckers. You check it and then retweet.
Yeah, unbelievable. But yeah, look, I applaud that. Good for you, putting your money where your mouth is and doing something good there. It is an important topic this month, and it's important to Zach. And if you guys didn't watch my last video, you should, because that to me is where it came from. I'm just like, I don't think it was for Snyder's because of that, everything they went through. I think and I've had a lot of fans reach out to me actually very nicely. DC fans like, look, man, I liked you, but I really liked what you did there because I don't know, I haven't been able to put that into words of why this is important. It's not, I believe in him as a filmmaker, and look, good for them, man. Good for Zach. He has
anticipation.
Like people like Jody.
Anticipation is growing a little bit, bro. I covered it last night. We actually had a Zack Snyder's Justice League topic where we were just talking about what villain, what hero, how does Superman come back. It was legitimate news. And like I said, I now am going to report on the release of Snyder Cut, Justice League Snyder Cut news all the way up until it comes out.
Yeah, it's a real story now. We can't just keep... And that's the thing. For 2 years, we told them all they were lunatics. We're like, your guy sucks. He's never getting that movie. You guys are crazy.
Yeah. Warner Brothers still has the noodle. AT&T just... Oh...
Real quick, get me through this. Thank you, Too Much Pain. Jody said earlier that no reshoots could be a good thing. Are you so sure that this won't lead to even more crying out from the cult until they... then that was the second. No, you did. That was it. Yeah, reshoots.
There's something there. There's something there. You know, because the reshoots, if they're true or not, means...
I'm hearing rumors they could still do that now. Who knows? I don't want to believe any of these things until it's there. You know what I mean? Because there's that new report today. It's like, it's going to be over $30 million. There was, and then the head of Warner Media saying, yeah, there's no Snyder Cut like people think. It didn't exist. And then they're also saying
so much back and forth. It's half and half.
And now it's not me saying. I'm not trying to be negative. It's literally the head of Warner Media is out there in the news saying there wasn't a cut. There wasn't a Snyder Cut that people think.
Well, obviously it wasn't. That's why they need $30 million in a year.
And then on top of that,
Jody Thomas. That's the only thing I said.
And then Andy Damas, he confirmed that the negotiations finalized last week. This was a thing that popped up out of nowhere, and I'm sure Warner and everybody was like, "What did you?" Because the biggest thing, and we'll get to that in the Ben Affleck one, but there was a whole article. He admits, like, we have to figure out if this is a cut or a new movie. Because if it's a new movie, there's all these union laws and stuff that have to pay the talent in additional rates and stuff because it's not the same movie. If they can say it's a cut, then it's a cut. But watch, this one will change the rules of how that works. Because if they can get away with calling it a cut, and Gail everybody. Ben, they don't get more money. They're gonna be in this awkward spot of like, yeah, sure, Zach, but what you got to pay us, right? Because that's how it works if you're in SAG and everything. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how that goes down, or they just get additional revenue or residuals, or they just cut them some checks. Very curious how the business side of it comes. And that's what I'm curious, and I'll keep playing on. But as for whether there's reshoots, who knows? There could be. But yeah, the fans, some fans, not to say the fans, some fans will never be happy. It'll never be enough. Correct, Jody?
That's true. But that's the biggest piece of news for me as far as where I stand on it. In my opinion, the Snyder cut Justice League movement should not have any reshoots. It should be just what he shot, finishing the storyboard, a little CG here, toning it there, voiceover work, make it clean and pretty, and make it a film.
Right.
Reshoots, because they were always saying, the Snyder cut movement said, the film's done. He shot everything. He just didn't get to pretty it up, finish it, CGI it, and all that. Well, then that's the cut that I want to see. That's the cut the movement was about. It's not the cut.
I don't want to. I'm cutting this off. I don't care about these semantics anymore. If did the cut exist or not? I'm sure the fans are happy that a cut's coming. Doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter.
What if they put in 3 new characters?
He's gonna, dude. He's gonna. He's doing. He has green screen footage of all these key characters. He can do what they did in Rise of Skywalker. They have to move Finn around wherever they want.
Is Green Lantern going to be in there? That's huge because we haven't gotten a Green Lantern film yet. We should save that for a solo Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, but what? HBO Max is doing a Green Lantern right now with Greg Berlanti for the show. What if they're like, you know what? What if
it's like a CW show, right?
Yeah, but it's going to be higher budget because I heard this rumor that they're going to start spending way more money for the projects over on HBO Max. That like Arrowverse is done. It's going to seem like soap opera. Low budget nothings. And so if that's the case and they're actually planning Green Lantern, or if they've maybe started to cast a Green Lantern, or they do within the next 6 months because they need to get that show in production sooner than later. Look, if they do that, I don't have a problem with it. If they have a little cameo from who's going to be the next Green Lantern in the next HBO Max series that those creators got to help pick, I don't have a problem with that. If Zack Snyder just does it and was like, yeah, good luck, I hear you, then yes.
That's not good.
But it depends who's in charge. But thank you for those donations. And then Serge, starting to get jealous. Too many people on Jody's sack. Yeah, there's a lot of people on Jody's sack right now. Both of our sacks are getting.
It's hanging out. My sack is almost to my kneecaps. Bro.
Jody,
that's how low it is.
We're so good. We're getting views with our face in the thumbnail on other people's channels. I say that's a win. I mean,
win.
Hate it or not, we're
Tiger
relevant.
Blood, man. Tiger blood.
If we put the people who are commenting on us in our titles, I bet you we wouldn't get as many clicks. So.
Winning.
Michael Caratuo, thank you, Michael. You have to be like Obi-Wan Kenobi and take the high ground. Yes, high ground always wins. It's true. Absent good, we got to. Too much pain. Thank you. Thank you for those supports. All right, let's get to this first round topic. Should they make the Ayer, right? David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
I say Ayer.
Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Where do you stand, Jody, my man?
If it was, honestly, since the Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out, I don't care because the big blow is happening. But if I still had my way, I definitely would not release the Ayer cut, even though I believe the Ayer cut would even probably be a better movie than Zack Snyder's Justice League cut. I still don't think that that's going to do any good. I think it will do, even if it does do good, it'll do more harm than good, in my opinion. Bringing back Margot Robbie as Harley, bringing Will Smith, Jared Leto's Joker. Bro, we just got $1 billion Joker movie last year, and then we're probably going to introduce a new Joker, and then we have Jared Leto. It's too much confusion, in my opinion. I only speak and think as a DC fan and for the future and sake of the future of DC movies. And the Ayer cut coming out will just add more confusion. People are going to scratch their heads. Wait a minute, I already saw. That's not the Joker. I saw Joker last year. Oh, what? There's a lot of people who go see movies and they don't know about all this stuff that's going on. There's a lot of people that don't know what the Zack Snyder's Justice League is. They don't know who David Ayer is, but they're about to. When they turn on their HBO Max and they're like excited because the platform, and then the first thing they see is a grill-having tattoo artist Joker and a freaking emo, non-speaking Captain Boomerang, and a freaking emo flame man where Harley Quinn is running around with a bat fighting ghosts and Omega-powered Enchantress. What sense does that make, bro? No, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see it because of the cut part. I don't want to see it because I know it's going to be a bad movie, man. and plus it's gonna make stuff worse.
All right, so you're saying you do. So there you go. You came around saying you don't care, but then now you say you don't want to see it.
If I had my way, yeah. Then,
all right, so I'm happy. We don't have to even do the Devil's Cube. I want to see it. I'll go see it. So let's hammer this out. So you got a lot of your opinions out there. Look, my favorite parts of that movie were Harley Quinn and Deadshot. I think there were parts of that movie that were great. It just was too much movie, and then you could tell a trailer company came in and recut the whole movie to sort of like make it quicker and add more music cues and just make it more lively, like the trailer, which the trailer was great, mind you. And so because that trailer was great, they're like, you know what? Can you do the whole movie like that? Cool. Yeah, make that. And it didn't feel like a movie. It felt like a mess. And that whole third act, I think, was reshoots after the fact to try and like do stuff. So I would much rather see AYER'S version come to fruition, and the reality is I do want to see more Jared Leto Joker.
Why?
I do because I do want to see more Jared Leto Joker because
you like Jared Leto's Joker.
Well, no, but I didn't see it the way he intended it to be. So it was too important of a character in all the moments to sort of be like they rushed through it. It was like Captain America.
You didn't like.
It was Captain
you want
America.
More of it.
Well, no, it was Captain America: First Avenger and like Red Skull. Who to me was like it was such a bummer that we didn't really get more of like Red Skull versus Cap because that's the iconic sort of toe to toe. And they did like a montage of damn you Cap. It was like a very quick montage of them like him escaping Red Skull and then fast forwarding to the final battle as he gets frozen. It felt even more fast for Batman, where I'm just like, how am I supposed to get a vibe of this Joker if we're only getting these like weird little crazy pieces? And now I don't think I would like the full version. At the same time, maybe he shot some more stuff that would at least ground him and make me more intrigued and not hate him so much. Because I do think it was timing. There was a lot of reasons why we're coming out first one out of Ledger, and he was trying so hard, and the movie was just so frenetic that I wonder if we had actually gotten some more stillness with it and gotten to see him in more scenes than just quick little pan bys and stuff the way they did, and then I'm going to show up and be crazy and then never. I do think having more of that might have grounded him to be more interesting, and I would love to see that out of curiosity's sake. So yeah, I in that regard, and the fact that I do think there were some good parts of it, I think then, you know what, let's give him a shot to see if he can fix it, because I don't think Suicide Squad is the worst DC movie. I'll say it. I really don't. The third act is trash, and
it's Birds of Prey. And another Margot Robbie.
But no, it's way better than Birds of Prey. She's actually much better in the first one. She lost a lot of her edge.
Birds of Prey is the worst.
Oh, sure, yeah, I would agree with that. But that's my point of like, it's not as bad. I didn't hate it. There were some fun elements, and if there's more Will Smith and they can figure out a way to actually make us believe the Harley Quinn Joker story more. And actually give Jared Leto a time, because he is a good actor. I don't know. I keep just assuming there was more we missed to maybe make us think, all right, I see why he did. I'm still not gonna love it, but I can at least like respect him again and be like, oh, all right, I see what he's doing. Oh, cool. There was more to this backstory, et cetera, et cetera. Just like them glossing over Robin dying in BVS. So. That's my reason. I think there's enough there, and Ayer has done some cool work. I love Fury. I would love to see him sort of what he really intended in this point. And what I'm told, the other reason I'm saying, you know what, yes, is because I'm told this doesn't require a bunch of reshoots. He has a cut. Yeah. They didn't release it. They released the other person's cut. And so this one's like an easy, like, yeah, who cares? Flip it on HBO Max as an alternate version, like the Donner cut or like, Blade Runner. And let's have both choices. I would love to watch them both and compare and have a great nerd war where we can be like, which one's better?
Do you remember the trailers and the kind of a little bit of a fiasco about, I remember this too. Remember when they released a rated R version, the extended cut of Suicide Squad? You forgot?
I did forget that already. They did that?
They released an extended cut of Suicide Squad already that was rated R with more Jared Leto scenes in it.
Oh, on Blue. You're saying scenes. on home release.
Yes, they released that shit on 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Like 6 months after the film came out, bro. What is this then? You released the film, then you released an extended rated R cut. Now you're going to release an Ayer cut?
That was probably just like the BVS, where they just put some extra scenes in. From what I've gathered, the Ayer cut
was Snyder's complete vision. BVS Ultimate Edition was his
Was
cut.
it?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Well,
from
what I've gathered, Ayer's cut's completely different. It's a completely
You know how it's a hard
edit.
sell on people? You know how it's a hard sell on people to say, I don't have my cut. But wait, you had an extended cut out already. You know how hard of a sell that is? Like, what's going on? First of all, I don't respect David Ayer because he trash talked his own film. I hate that so much. If you make something, stand by your work. Ryan Reynolds forever holds an ill because he trash talked Green Lantern for half of his career, and now I just know that there's no integrity there. David Ayer was like, all right, man, it sucks. Marvel sucks anyway. F Marvel. And he was like, yeah, my film sucks. So what? Ran to freaking Netflix and made that mediocre at best. What was it called?
Bright.
What was it called?
Bright.
Bright?
Yeah.
Bright.
Will Smith.
And then I'm like, and then he just faded into nothingness. And then we got his extended rated R cut that had some hype. Like, okay, we're finally going to see Jared Leto. And it was underwhelming. It was like, okay, there's a couple scenes here and there, but my only redeeming 3 characters from Suicide Squad remain the same from the theatrical cut. It's Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and Will Smith's Deadshot. That stays the same. Like, you release a cut, then you release an extended cut. Now we want an Ayer cut. I feel like we're getting in the realm of ridiculousness now. You know, I feel like inmates are not only taking over the asylum, but they're also just spraying on the walls and they're just butt raping random people. And they're just doing whatever the heck they want to do. And we need order, man. Sometimes you just got to say no, especially to a director who was silent when all of this was going down. You were silent for years and you're only piggybacking off of what Snyder did. At least Snyder had the gusto, the testosterone and the balls to stand up for Warner Brothers and to use his fans and tell them I was done wrong. Ayer sat back quietly like a good old boy. And now that Snyder he's looking over there like, wow, the Ayer cut. It looks weak from my perspective. As a grown man, that looks really, really weak to me.
Yeah, and as you're talking, I'm listening. Interesting talk because I do now. As I'm looking through this, I opened it up. Sort of Cinema Blend has an article of the extended cut, and here's what was added in. It doesn't say it's his version. It just says it has extended intros and whatnot. But now that you say that, I do remember they sort of added a couple more Joker scenes and extended pieces for some of the characters.
Went rated R too.
So yeah, interesting point. And you're right, that didn't make that much of a difference. But again, from what I've heard, his version was completely different because from what I recall, they made 2 cuts. He made a cut and then the trailer company made another cut and they tested both of them. And they decided to run with the trailer cut people who cut the trailer. And so, look, at that point, everything you're saying is valid. Will this make it better? You're right. Probably not. But I'm not opposed to seeing his version. At this point, I'm never watching that movie again.
Is seeing his
dead
version
to me in a way? So I'll give me an excuse to sort of watch it and give me a reason to say, oh, cool, from a film student type of way. All right, well, what was the difference? What was better? I don't think that's bad for fans.
It's not. There's a question that needs to be had here, though, Andy. And I understand. Is seeing David Ayer's version finished cut more important than the confusion of releasing it will be?
Well, it's true.
Are you willing to trade off?
James Gunn's doing the Suicide Squad soon, so good point of. But if it's on HBO Max, who cares?
Bro.
Is Batwoman confusing to the Batman for you? Is Gotham?
No, but they definitely talk about her being in the Bat family. When we talk about the Bat family, they go right to that Batwoman CW show. Who? Anything Bat family related, she's the freaking, hey.
No, but I'm saying, is that really complicated? I don't see why you can't have a new version of a movie that already came out. How is that going to confuse me from
there's
James
a huge
Gunn's
difference
version?
Between Batwoman on CW and theatrical films that go to a streaming service. These are theater movies that were in theaters with with universe characters. It's not really the same as CW Batwoman. You know what I mean?
I mean, it kind of is. It's HBO Max doing extended cut.
But these films were released in theaters and seen by millions of people.
Right. And let's be honest. There's not going to be. I don't think millions of people are going to watch these. I mean, the Snyder one, I bet you they will, because they're making it bigger and better. But the Ayer cut, I bet you it won't be as big as they think. That's why I wouldn't pay 30, 40 million for that. But if they just pay him $5 million to go. Maybe they don't even have to pay him anything. They're just like, yeah, well, okay, here's your cut.
Anything on that platform is going to make it number 1.
Yeah,
when the Snyder cut drops, it's going to be number 1.
There's no reason why you can't do it.
When the Ayer cut drops, it's going to be number 1.
Right, for them. But I mean, for them, it'll be trending for them for that week, and then the week it does on Netflix, and then it'll fade out of obscurity, and we'll move on to the next thing that we want to watch.
All right, my problem is confusion.
But that's my point. For a week, you're going to be confused. Like, oh, here's that movie I saw. Whatever, month, fine, a month. Oh, here's that movie I saw. That's a new cut of it, huh? That's really confusing you, Jody. Come on, you're better than that.
I don't think you're thinking deep enough.
Look, making the Batman, then making Ben Affleck's Batman. All right, you'll have a point. We'll get there in a minute.
Yes,
but this is not the same thing. Making a different version of.
What if Jared Leto is awesome and they want him back?
Well, that's a different thing.
He just committed to Morbius. It's not different. It's the same thing. If you release this cut on HBO Max and the people that you say don't matter watch it for a week, but Jared Leto's awesome as the Joker, they're going to lobby for him to come back.
It's not going to happen. It's
not going to happen.
Too many people don't like him, and too many people won't watch this. That it doesn't matter. The damage is done on Jared Leto. Plus, Warner Brothers screwed him. They screwed him just like they tried to screw Zack and everybody else when they made Joker. So Jared Leto and his reps, they want nothing to do with that piece. And so
how are you still so naive when you just see the Snyder
because you also made the point that the new extra scenes they added didn't make them better. You said it yourself.
I know, but it's not about good or bad. I think you're missing it. It's not about if the product is good or bad, trash or awesome. It's the mere fact that you're entertaining the fandom and releasing them, giving power to the fandom.
Yeah.
They want Solo 2, Andy. Solo was a mediocre Star Wars film. Solo 2? Miss me. That movie was a flop. They protested that movie, but now they're like, make Solo 2 happen. Why?
You're being harsh on Solo. You're being harsh on Solo. And we're gonna save that because I want to get into should Ben Affleck do this, and we're gonna talk over all these things. But I'm gonna trim it here for YouTube. That's where we stand on this.
Harsh on me.
That's where we stand on this first part of our pre-taped sections. I'm gonna trim these out. If you want to watch the full show in its full context, you can always go on iTunes, Spotify, listen to any on a podcast place. But due to the algorithm, you got to slice up or unlist these videos. So I do my best to try and keep the algorithm going. So those of you watching after the fact who couldn't join us live, thanks for watching. Join us live every Tuesday on Change Your Mind and Wednesday over at Jody's Corner. Those of you staying live, stick around because we're not done, but this is where the first part of our YouTube video ends. When I have it ready, it'll be up here. When I have it ready, it'll be up likely. Oh, no, it's going to be right here. It's going to be over on this side when it's ready. Part 2. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for watching. That's it. Bye.